other questions? Yes, sir.
How much did ESPN sell for when it was sold?
Interesting question. The first time, when Getty sold it to ABC, it was $237.5 million. Down the line, when Disney acquired it from Cat Cities, it was $5 billion. Last year, ESPN approached just under $3 billion bottom line after tax. So it's been a fairly successful financial successful, I'd say. Any other thoughts or questions from anyone? Yes?
You spoke about the Getty financing. What were some of
The which?
you spoke about the Getty financing. What were some of the other almost setbacks, near-death experiences for ESPN in the beginning?
Well, we had, the first financing came from a $9,000 credit card advance from me. So the first almost critical moment came when I had to make those monthly payments, and it got a little tight. So then I went to my family in Illinois, father, brother, sister, and they added $30,000 to the pot. And then when we were just about out of that, and the folks from King of Prussia that I mentioned earlier came in with $275,000. And that lasted us right to that critical moment on Wilshire Boulevard, and then when Getty made that decision that day. An interesting thing about the reason Getty made that decision, I suppose dollars and cents wise it didn't make much sense to them. But we were at a board meeting, and one of the directors of the former Texas oil field roustabout, who is now vice president, said, "What are we talking about, $10 million? He said, "We drilled dry holes for 3 times that much money. Give them the money." And it was that kind of thing. That was his version, but the financial people were a little more specific than that. But we ended up almost being out of money when the $9,000 ran out, when the $30,000 ran out, when the $275 ran out. When Getty came in, they instantly agreed to front $10.4 million to us, and to buy our locally was another $10 million plus. So that was the big one. As we got on the air, and they kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper into debt because of all those things the networks would let us do, selling advertising was difficult and so on. There were several times when they almost pulled the plug, but the vice president that had made the deal was a non-oil vice president. He wanted to be in show business, and he thought it was the coolest thing to own a TV network. And we kept saying, just keep those thoughts there, Stu, just keep thinking about that. We're going to make this. And frequently when people ask me, how did you get ESPN to be such a success? And I said, it's really easy. A $9,000 credit card cash advance and $146 million from Getty is the network. That's all there is to it. And they eventually had advanced $146 million before it turned around and became profitable. But it became profitable very quickly. Once it hit critical mass in the mid-1980s, there was no question it was going to make it. Even Getty was surprised. I was at a meeting in 1979, and they asked for some projection. What's the cable industry going to be? Where are we going to be? How many subscribers we have in 10 years? And from the early 1950s to 1978, when we began pursuing this, there were only 12.5 million cable customers in the entire country. When we went on the air, there were only 12.5 to 13 million. So I made this presentation, and I said, we expect to have 30 million subscribers, cable customers at the end of the decade. And I can see it right now. He took my paper and he flung them across the desk. He said, that kind of irresponsible planning, you think, oh, how can we even do business with you? Well, they did business with us, and I like to tell the story that they were wrong, I was wrong, they were right. It wasn't 30 million. It was 60 million. It was twice what we thought it would be. And of course, today ESPN has over 100 million subscribers. The interesting thing, maybe some of you have read about subscriber fees. Are any of you familiar with subscriber fees paid by the cable systems, all the networks? We started off in our first year, we charged 2.4 cents per subscriber per customer. Ted Turner had a superstation, he was charging 10 cents. Well, we went to Denver to meet the cable folks to start with, and thought we had a great idea. 24 hours of sports, a penny a day, 30 cents a month. They ran us out of town. So we ended up selling for 2.4 cents. We had very few, low hundreds of thousands of customers to start with at 2.4 cents. Then eventually went to a point we got to a dime. Today, ESPN has over 100 million subscribers, and their per subscriber, per month fee is over $3. So if you round it off at $3 times just round it off at 100 million, on the first of every month when the calendar flips, they put $300 million in the till. That's why they can make $3 billion. It's just a money machine. Any other questions? Any thoughts about anything? About entrepreneurship, about ESPN, about college fans, about whatever? Well, I want to thank all of you for coming. It's been, it's always fun for me, and you might imagine from my comments, I kind of enjoy talking about ESPN stuff. It's a fun time, and it's still a fun time. And I can't wait to see what happens next with college fans, and who knows what the next venture will be. But as long as I'm still able to keep active thoughts alive, I'm probably going to be doing something. Retirement is kind of tough. I can't imagine that retirement and playing golf every day. I did try that after we sold ESPN. That was pretty boring. 21 days later, I had no business. I couldn't do it. But anyway, I appreciate all of you coming and enjoyed chatting with you. And if any of you have any questions after, I'd be happy to chat. Thanks very much.